This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Welcome back to What's Up Waco, the podcast that loves to introduce you to the people, the places, and the properties that make Waco an excellent community to live. Hey everybody, welcome back to What's Up Waco with Erica Boisvert, your local real estate agent. And today we're stepping away from our normal setup. I have a small business owner here with me, but he happens to be my hubby and partner, Scott Boisvert. Hey, honey.
Hey, baby.
We wanted to step away from the normal setup because there's been a lot of stuff going on kind of this week in our real estate world. And I didn't think we would need to jump into this with the consumer side of the world yet. I thought it was really just kind of in like real estate groups and real estate news and emails and things. But I think we've both had people reach out this weekend about the settlement and what's going on.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. So if you don't know, there was announced a possible settlement on Friday. National Association of Realtors, has been fighting a lawsuit. This particular case is Sicer Burnett versus National Association of Realtors et al. I mean, it includes a bunch of, there's some named defendants who are brokerages. There's some just nationally, this has happened. So the proposed settlement changes some things a little bit, but I mean, it's hard to get into the detail. We just don't even know 100% what the judge is going to approve or not approve or.
No, you know as well as I do, judges can do anything willy-nilly within the guidelines of the law.
Right.
Just kind of depends on which way the wind's blowing that day. But, honestly, if you've been doing business fair and correct, it really shouldn't affect you a whole lot.
Agree.
If you're scared about what's about to come, then you haven't been doing things right, in my opinion.
That's fair. And that's what I think with our team and the way we're set up. So basically what the proposed settlement is, it includes, which is ironic because at first they were like, be transparent, tell everybody what commissions are, tell people what commissions are. And now they're saying, well, don't post it on the MLS.
Right. Don't make it public.
Make it public,
board.
But don't tell it to other agents.
And this goes for here in Texas, our local board. Don't know what your board is or what state you're from, but here in July, the proposed is to not put it on the MLS, the multiple listing service, which is where everything goes if you want it publicly listed. So there's that.
Right. Well, and I mean, you don't have to go that way, but I think it's the best way to get it in front of people. I mean, there are states like New York, they don't even have an MLS.
True.
Washington State, they've kind of decoupled buyer and seller commissions for forever. So here's how it works. Typically, a listing agent chats with their seller, discusses, what we charge for our services. And as part of that service, in order to get more eyeballs on your property and get it shown to a broader range of people, we opt to share a portion of the commission with another brokerage that brings in the buyer and represents them. And so I don't see that changing. I think the conversation with sellers will change.
Well, hopefully the conversations will change with sellers for people who really don't understand what value they bring to the table. And I think that's the bottom line is a lot of agents, knew that got into it last couple of years or whatnot. Education is key no matter what profession you're in. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know how to educate yourself to better yourself in our industry, you're not going to really last very long, in my opinion. It's like going to buy a car. There's different models of buying a car, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with each model, you get more things and you get a higher price. Same thing with real estate.
You mean like upgrading the vehicle or whatever?
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
You want to go buy a baseline for $20,000 and you get the base
model, just stock.
Just your average, boring.
No bells and whistles.
This is what you get, right?
Yeah.
That to me would be like an internet brokerage thing. Like we'll list your house, whatever.
Like flat fee, something like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or low fee.
Yep. Or you can go get your Ford F-350 Platinum, right? And you get us. That's what you're going to get with us. But you're not going to pay the platinum fees. You know,
you get what you pay for is basically what you're getting at.
that's right.
You get what you pay for.
Absolutely.
And I think that, the one thing that is misleading is all of these headlines out there that are like, ooh, the 6% commission's going away. I'm like, well, maybe. We've charged less. We've charged more. That's not ever been a standard, and commissions have always been negotiable. That is, I think, like what you're saying about people doing it the right way, agents doing it the right way. Like, we go line by line through our contract, whether you're a buyer client or a selling client. Like, we sit down. I know because of our personal situation, we make sure people know exactly what's going on, exactly what choices they're making, what their options are. So for us, I'm not scared because we already have this conversation with our selling clients. They know exactly where that money's going. If they ask us to lower it or increase, nobody asks us to increase it, but we do have different levels of commission packages that we can offer where sometimes a higher commission makes sense.
Absolutely. I mean, if you got a tricky deal, right? Extenuating circumstances, timelines, everything you're going to meet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, you should get paid a little more because, well, it's going to take a whole lot to get that done, right?
Right.
But if it's something just like copy and paste, you might get a little lower fee on that, But every single thing in real estate, and I mean everything. Is negotiable.
Mm-hmm.
There's not one thing set in stone, and it goes down to the refrigerator in the kitchen. Everything is negotiable and always has been.
Yep.
To me, nothing's going to be changing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. The fee was always going to the listing agent's broker.
Yep.
Always, the whole time. Look on every contract in Texas, it says going to the broker. After that, the broker splits it off whichever way you agree and has been negotiated, But that's up to y'all. Plain and simple.
Yeah. And I think that's something people don't realize. That listing contract is, we'll get as specific as we need to. So however the seller directs us to do something, as even opening the door, right?
Yep.
If you don't want other agents to be the one letting their buyers in, or you want to make sure we're the ones securing it for you, yeah, that falls into our higher commission package, but that is a heck of a lot more of our time also.
100%.
So, but if the seller directs us to do it, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to tell buyer agents, hey, we're the ones opening the door. We'll be present. So, like you said, everything's negotiable. It always has been negotiable. This isn't new. It just has some crazy headline spins on it. Just, it's what the media does.
Yeah. The whole fake news thing kind of throws a twist and everything. But, we've always been a guide in the process.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever get an agent telling you what you have to do, you might want to look into looking at a different agent. We're a guide. We give options and we give solutions.
Mm-hmm.
Behind the scenes, of course, we're going to do a whole lot more than you don't even know about.
Right.
But that's our job. You go to a lawyer, are they going to tell you everything they're doing behind the scenes?
No.
They're going to get it done just like we do.
You might not even hear from them.
I mean, you're going to pay a hell of a lot more than we charge.
Well,
but
it's like we were talking about yesterday. Like if I'm going to see a doctor, I don't want to hear about his schooling. Like, sure, a certificate on the wall. Yes, I see that you've done the education. I don't need the nitty gritty of all the classes you took. I don't need to know that you have to pay malpractice insurance and all the other things that build into being a doctor. I don't care. Are you experienced? Are you good at what you do? Can you deliver on what you say? Are there reviews out there that give me confidence in your ability to do what you're going to do? Cool. Let's move forward, doctor. Do you listen to me when I talk to you? No? Okay, cool. I'm going to go find a different doctor. I mean, I don't need all the other fluff.
Right. Like, say you're getting a remodel or your house built. You don't want to know step-by-step process, or, you got to go fix your car because it broke down. Are you going to stand there behind a mechanic and get directions on how to do it?
Oh my God.
No, you're going to pay the guy or girl, get it done.
Yep.
Because that's what they do. And that's what they do best.
I'm just laughing because I could not imagine if somebody stood behind you while you're fixing something on their car, or if somebody stood behind one of my brother's dudes while they were fixing a transmission.
We charge more for that.
I'm like, go. Although, okay, so here's the thing though, because so many things need to be decided as a team. We can't make unilateral decisions for clients. So we do get into like that kind of stuff. Like, this is what's going on here. Your choices. What would you like to do?
Yep.
But
options. Everybody loves options. We have options for everything. Every package you want, every solution you want. It's just how it goes. Mm-hmm. Negotiable. Everything is always negotiable.
That's very true. I laugh because you are an excellent negotiator. And sometimes on things that I was like, man, I don't know if I'd push that. And you're like, I already did. I already talked to the other agent about it.
I already got it done.
It's already done. They already said yes. I'm like, what? And I think, for us, I'm not worried because we're set up uniquely. If somebody does the intermediary, you represent the seller, I represent the buyer, or a buyer's agent that we have training comes up and represents the buyer. Like, there are still ways to keep it together. Our team is unique in offering that. And you have a construction background. We're able to offer that as well. And really give real life answers to people when they have them, staying in our lane as much as we can.
100%.
But I think it's been blown up a lot.
It has. It really has. If you're really worried about how it's going to fall out, don't be. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And the right thing is always going to happen. Eventually, it's going to pan out, fall out, whatever. But y'all be just safe to sell your house, and all the buyers will be buying houses still because it's just the way the world turns. It's still got to happen one way or another.
We could use some more houses, though.
Could definitely use some more houses.
Inventory is still really low of, what are we in? End of March 2024. It's a little light right now, inventory wise.
It is. And the interest rates are still coming down little by little.
We hope they'll continue.
Supposed to be falling through the whole year. So hopefully it picks up a bit. And we got some properties for sale. Just check out our website. And, we're just here to help you. We're not here to be greedy. We're just here to help.
Mm-mm. And I know there've been a lot of questions. A lot of people are you going to be okay?
We're going to be fine.
We're fine.
We're going to be good.
And I think, change is inevitable. What's that saying? I can't think of it right now. The only thing constant about life is change, like something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't think of it.
If nothing changed, we'd still be making buildings out of Adobe, right?
Right.
I mean, come on now.
Yeah. So, the only constant in life is change. I'm gonna look it up after this.
I think that's it.
But I think we're just gonna roll with it. Most agents I know aren't really worried about it.
No. And if they are, they're either new in the industry or they've been in the industry a long time and they're like, I think we're about done anyway.
Right. That's fair.
But the people who love the industry, the people who love to help people, they're going to be sticking in it and they're going to be here to help you.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of awesome agents here in Waco.
There are. There really are.
Plenty of agents, and if you're not getting along with one or you don't mesh quite well, then look for another one,
Mm-hmm.
I don't get along with everybody. I can guarantee you that. But do I try? Absolutely.
Yes, you do.
100%. Like me or not, I still get the job done.
That's true. That's true. And I really think that we'll be good. And again, this settlement hasn't even been approved by the courts.
Nope.
It's just conjecture right now.
Yep.
So, we'll see what happens and we'll listen to people who are incredibly intelligent and way smarter than us and take direction.
Way smarter than us.
We've got some Zooms coming up. The brokerage released something yesterday. So we're still learning exactly what's going to happen. But I wanted to get ahead of it. I wanted us to talk to people and get a little bit ahead of it while we're waiting to see. They could switch. They could say, hey, that's not enough cash as that portion of the settlement, or that's silly not to still have it in the MLS. We don't know what they're going to say.
Right. And we still got till July, guys.
Right.
This isn't going to happen tomorrow. This isn't going to happen next month. It's July still.
Mm-hmm.
So.
We're seeing some people change.
To get ahead
a little
of the ball.
bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are. But again, we don't know how to change or what to change.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, we just want to get this out there because we are getting a lot of people asking.
We are.
So
mostly people who want to sell or family who's worried, but we're fine. And, for buyers out there who are like wondering if you have to come up with this cash now to pay for your agent, don't. I'm sure the industry will come back and come up with ways to help you do that, just like we have down payment assistance programs and loans where you don't need 20% down. There's always a solution. There's always a way to make this work. And really at the end of the day, having a buyer's agent involved and making sure that they are represented well is in the best interest of everyone. It's good for the buyer. It's good for the seller. Typically it's good for us. Like I would way rather work with an excellent buyer's agent to get a transaction closed than not.
100%, 100%. And if you get an agent out there telling you that VA loan is no good or it's a pain in the butt, change your agent.
Oh, immediately.
Change your freaking agent.
Immediately. Vets, we got you. There's a lot of people in town who are really good with VA loans, and there's
a lot of people.
Some people who just don't understand it.
VA loans are there to protect you as a consumer. You have earned the rights. Use it. We did.
This from my husband, who I couldn't get to go to the VA for medical for years.
Whatever. We started.
Also a benefit.
Finally.
No, I'm glad you did.
But here we are.
Here we are. But really,
use your bennies.
Yeah, don't be scared. I think there are a lot of ways that this is going to work out well. Actually, I know a lot of people are projecting a huge loss of real estate agents, but really, if they're only closing 2, 3, 4 transactions a year, I don't consider this their career. I don't feel like somebody's losing a job. That's a hobby.
No. I mean, hell, you go dancing twice a year, right?
No, I don't.
So that's a hobby for them. That's true. That's true. Still working on that, guys. Still working on that. But
good luck.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want a part-timer. Things change so much in our industry.
Well, I just think it's experience. You could be technically part-time as far as how many hours you work, but close 20 deals a year. I'd rather work with that person than somebody who claims to be full-time and closes 3.
Yeah.
It's about experience.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Maybe somebody's better at time management. I don't know.
Yeah. There's a lot of time that goes into these things that, people just don't get.
Right.
It's not a 9-to-5er, that's for sure.
No, it's not.
Nope.
But overall, we'll keep you informed. And, as always, follow us at Boisvert Realty Team. We're pretty active on Facebook and Instagram. Lots of home buying tips. That's not going to stop. I think education and letting people know what's important is super important to us, making sure that consumers, where you stand and what your options are. And so we'll follow this and we'll keep updating as needed. I really don't want to jump into it too much until we know exactly what's happening. But I didn't want to, not present this to people and not, answer the questions we've had, answer the questions we know are floating around out there. This will be fine. This will settle. This will work out. Our industry will be fine. This is far from the first time real estate has been disrupted.
Oh, 100%. And if you're an out-of-state buyer, not here in Texas, you can reach out to us too. We know agents in about every state and just about every county, it seems. But we're part of several different networks. Been around the block. If you need questions or something from your local area, let us know. We'll hook you up with somebody, if you need to. But
right.
We're sure to help you. That's all.
Absolutely. Anything else? Did we miss anything about this possible settlement?
Man, I'm sure we did, but I can't think of it.
Well, if we did, send us your questions.
Don't freak out.
Yeah, don't freak out.
Bottom line.
And if we did miss anything, shoot us questions. Our numbers are on our Facebook and Instagram pages. You can DM us.
Yep.
We're absolutely here to help. That is our number one goal. And so, that's pretty much what's up, Waco.
Topic you want to talk about? Do you have questions about Waco, the real estate market, how to sell your house, what to look for when you're buying a home? Send me an email, ericasellstexas@gmail.com. Shoot me a text, 254-447-0180. Happy to chat about it. Find me anywhere you listen to your podcasts or at roguemedianetwork.com.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.